So there's a disclaimer here. Please note that these slides are up to the date at the time of writing, as the pathway materials is updated from time to time. And please refer to Toastmasters International website for the latest update. And pathway team will strive to provide regular updates to the divisions, area directors, and via training arranged by the districts. So why are we here today? Well, I have here with 4 wife and 1 husband method. Okay, what we cover today, who are the base managers? Who are the base camp managers? Why is the role of base camp managers so important? Have you thought of it? And how to improve pathway levels, completions, and submit education goal? Where to get pathway and base camp help when you need it? And 5th is the common questions that members will ask. So I hope with this workshop will help to you to understand better the base camp manager. So who are the base camp managers? President, Vice President of Education, VPE, and the Secretary. So know how important 3 ESCOs in your clubs. So why is it the role of base camp manager so important? Number 1, to approve member pathway level completion in base camp. Number 2, we submit education award towards the DCB goal at Club Central. And most of the time, I receive some feedback from the members. I have submitted my assignment, but how come it doesn't reflect in the DCB? Well, in this workshop, you get to know there's additional steps in the Club Central that require approval. Okay, and base camp manager also helps to monitor the members' progress by the ESCO, especially the VPE. And with that, we're also able to understand how far have the clubs have achieved the pathway adoptions in the clubs, and encourage the existing and the new members to enroll for their selected path in base camp. And the self-learning and training. So, of course, not every members will able to immediately when they start join, but this takes times, and this is so convenient. We are not comparing with each other, but we self-learn and training via this online platform. And finally, if required, you print out your certificate. I have a habit to print out the certificates. So by looking at my certificate, I feel a lot of achievement and fulfillments. So not everyone will do it, but I will particularly like it. Next is how to approve pathway levels, completions, and submit education award. There are 2 important steps. Number 1, approve completions of pathway levels in base camp. You will click on the base camp manager. Why it's important to do? Number 1, the objective is to have the pathway to adopt the 100% pathway adoptions. And number 2, we're able to obtain the pathway reflections, because without completing, we are not able to do the path reflections, especially under the level 5. And we also, as what we shared just now, the certificate of proficiency. That's why base camp is for members. Remember to click on it. And step 2 is to submit the education award in the Club Central. This is more for the VPE, secretary, and the president's role. We're able to submit that at the Club Centrals. And the objective, we're able to reflect our Toastmaster titles and the DCB education goals in it. So I'm going to share with you the step-by-steps in base camp. Number 1, so in the Basecamp, when you log into the page, under the education program, you go to the Go to Basecamp. This is one way to access. There are various ways to accessing the Basecamp. Here are one way to go through the Basecamp via the education program. Or you may access it via your profile. It's the main page, your profiles. On top, the blue colors one, you go to Basecamp. From there, you may also access it. These are the steps. And next, you may also, from there, to access the Basecamp, then you go to the Basecamp Manager. Here. Make sure you are onto your current clubs. Your current clubs, huh? Then you have logged into your Basecamp Manager. And next, from the Basecamp Manager, the pending requests. Here are more for the VPE, Secretary, and the President pending requests. So after the members have submitted their assignment, here pending requests, the VPE will log in to this and click for the approval. So normally, the VPB will be in charge of submitting the approval. What if the VPE itself have completed the level? Who do you think able to help?
The other two.
The other two, correct. Correct. So the VPE able to submit, but for Club Central, the approval will be, you can go into request the President or the Secretary. All right. Thank you, Lucky, for answering. So here is the Basecamp Manager. So the VPE were able to see this. I will put the example, Ma Hua here. Okay, he has submitted his level. So we can choose the option here on the right corners, approve or reject. Yeah. Okay. For members here, not to worry. If you can't remember all the steps, don't worry. This slide will be provided to you after the training. Yeah. We will send to the division director, and that division director will send via the area director. So not to worry. And next, once you click on approval, the next is to click on the submit under the Basecamp. Okay, so in the Club Central, these are the second step that the VPE, Secretary and the President able to do, where you need a second approval under the Club Central. So click on the Leadership Central. Okay, then the next is the Club Central, the one that I circled in red. And the third step, Submit Education Award. Without this step, it will not reflect in your dashboard. And remember, Leadership Central, Club Central, then Submit Education Award. Yeah, without this, it will not reflect under the DCP or on the dashboard. Take note on this. So now I'm sharing with you under the Club Central. So you will click on the member that required your approval. The names, okay, under the title and with their login ID. You make sure you confirm, you click on it, and probably this person might have a lot of different education programs. You click on the specific, the one that required. So Ma Hua is submitting for his online strategic relation under level 4. All right, you click on it. Yes, then it approved. a lot of members might ask me, what is letter of recognition? This is particularly very important, especially for the corporate, where your membership is sponsored by the corporate. And this letter, you can actually click on from it only kickstarts on the level 3 onwards. You can click yes and print out the certificate letter of recognition. You may submit it to your HR if required. That shows that the investment and the ROI for the corporates. So for me, I will normally print out this letter to save it in case my HR require. And to prove that this is one of the corporate ROI. So any questions on the floor?
I have one question, Winnie.
Yeah.
So in the base camp, once we click approve, it will disappear from the list. But are we able to track back what are the past approvals?
I guess no. I guess no. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the example that I have in mind is if member have already submitted and VPE already approved, and then the VPE went on leave, example, and then member come to me as the secretary and said, hey, Azmil, I've already submitted, already approved or not? So how do I check?
You go back to the Club Central, and that is where, oh, okay, you have submitted and it doesn't show, it doesn't reflect.
The member is just coming to me and ask whether have approved or not. So I just want to check whether that has been approved. As a secretary, I'm sure VPE already submitted, but just want to check.
May I interrupt?
Yeah, sure.
Usually, if it's been approved, a letter automatically is generated, and TI will send to the persons concerned, including the person whose name is there, that has been approved.
So we ask the member to check in their own
email. Yes.
Emails. Yeah.
Emails. Yeah. Okay.
Email.
Yes.
Or as a secretary, you will also get a copy of the thing. Supposed to. So check your emails.
Okay. I don't think I've received any before.
Yeah, no, the email will only be sent to the member concerned, the president, and the VPE. Only these three will be receiving the email once a member's level or path has been marked as complete in Club Central. Yes. As an alternative, club officer can also check the member's progress. As a base camp manager, you can check the member's progress. If you log into base camp manager, you can download the list of your club members and also where they are at in terms of their pathway progress.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Thank you, Hui Ying.
May I also interrupt another one?
Yeah.
Sorry to say this. The word is paths, not pathways. Pathways is the whole thing, but when you're doing all this individual, they are paths. So sometimes we say the word pathways wrongly, so just be aware of that.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Lucky, for correcting. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Normally, we will receive 2 emails for the members. Number 1, that will submit your education, and number 2, after the VPE president or secretary, they have made approval in Club Central, we will, as a member, we will receive another email.
Yes.
Okay. Next.
But actually, for submitting what you call education, this thing, any of the club officers can do, not necessarily only these 3.
The member itself will be the
No, not the member. Any member cannot do his own, including club officer cannot do his own. But any club officer can do for anyone.
For the first level?
No, we are talking about awards, education award. When you're applying for education awards, all right. Any club officer can do that. That means even a sergeant arm can do that.
You're referring to the step 2, right? The step 1 is base camp, only 3 have access. The second step, I think what Lucky is referring to.
Yes.
Okay, that is Club Central. The Club Central, the approval is 3%.
No. Any of the club officers can do that. As far as I know.
New changes?
No. It has been for a long time. Check and see.
Okay, we will check and see. This is something new to us. For the Club Central, normally is 3% able to make the approval. Yeah. Okay, we will check on it. Thank you, Lucky. So the second steps under the club centrals, after you have submitted, then immediately they will reflect with your changes in your title and the selected path. Okay, click on it and submit the award. So here, it will reflect to under the members in club roster, it will reflect to the Toastmaster title appear in the club roster.
Where?
Under club roster.
Yeah, but in the new one, lately, I see the titles are missing.
It doesn't reflect to the latest title?
Earlier days, yeah, you got your name plus your title. But lately, I've been watching, the titles seem to be missing. Just check and see.
I've just submitted last week, and it's still all right.
No, if you look at the roster, yes, you'll see there. But if you print out the roster, they are missing.
Oh.
Because normally every month.
I think this one is just a technical issue. Probably we can see what happens in the next week or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will check again.
Yes.
Luckily, we will come back to you.
No, it's okay. I'm already aware of that. I follow this thing, but you.
Okay. So in the dashboard to reflect the DCP, this is where the VPE have already submitted under the Club Central. So this is, I'm sharing with you, the one is before and after. What's the difference? Well, after you submit the Club Central, before this, it doesn't show any DCB goal. See, the top one is 0, but after you submitted, then you will reflect 1 goal. That's how we check whether the DCP have captured in dashboard.
But it won't be immediately.
It took about 1 day. 1 day.
Yeah. It takes time.
Yeah. And in my experience, I do not encourage members to submit their education somewhere around July. Yeah. So my experience is, I submitted, it doesn't reflect. It will take. It took about 2-3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
And I returned to TI why it's not reflect. It says that the system takes some time to update. So probably the 3rd week of July. So for the safety, members, please submit somewhere around end of July or August. And this is my experience.
Some people do it on the 30th June.
Very last minute. Then
too many backlogs.
Yeah, and sometimes I did return to TI to request why it's not reflected. It says the system need to clean up and it will take a while. So for safety wise, encourage the member to do it the 3rd week or preferably the 1st week of August.
Yeah.
For safe. Yeah. So what are the other important functions in Basecamp? Here I'm sharing with you, we can monitor member progress via Basecamp. So we go to the pathway and usually VPE will log into the pending request, but next to it, you can also check on the members' progress. Yeah. And you're able to see which are the members and what are the levels they are into. So this is more on monitoring. So come here at the club monitor members pathway enrollment to check, make sure all the members already enrolled for pathway. So here are the club roster, okay, and only able to access by the VPE, president and secretary. Yeah, pathway enroll, what are the titles, and you may also export it into the Excel file. So what are the other important functions? This, I love it. It's a self-learning and trainings. So before we start any of the assignment, I will log into individuals of my levels, that one that I can, I would like to do the assignment. But normally, I would encourage for the new members, always start with icebreaker, the icebreaker speech for new members. And for the seniors, like Lucky, you might want to go into each level, but I will highly recommend to go on the icebreaker first. Yeah. And with the new new pathway changing, path changing, we also, as now we are able to jump into different levels to do our speech, aside the one that the path reflect in level 5 that require us to complete level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then only we can do the path reflex. The rest we can just jump to deliver a speech, then go back to the previous one.
Yeah,
have no problem.
But
yeah.
Hi, Vinny. Sorry to interrupt
not for
you.
applying, but not for applying education awards.
Yeah, correct.
Hi, Vinny. This is Anuj from the VP from Mid Valley Toastmasters. Just in the previous slide, you said that if a member enrolls in the pathway, then it shows up as pathways enrolled. If the member has enrolled in a pathway, but has not yet completed one level, then his pathway will not show up here in the roster, right? Is there any way to check which pathway he is enrolled in?
Which path?
Is the roster will able to show pathway, which are the pathway they enroll in club roster?
The roster reflects that?
The path they enroll.
That's just one column, whether you're done or not done. That's it. But no, but he's asking about whether
I'm
path
not
can
asking
be
if,
reflected.
whether he's enrolled in the path or not will be reflected, but which path he is enrolled in, will that be reflected in the roster?
If he has done a speech.
If he has done a speech.
Yeah.
No, you can see it in Basecamp. There is the member progress. I think that's one of the presentations there shows you which path that members have enrolled in.
I don't think the question is about enrollment.
He's asking whether he's asking whether we can see which path that a member has enrolled in. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so you go to Basecamp. There is a tab for member progress. Can you show the Basecamp thing?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, see the member progress. I believe one of these charts will show you which path each member is enrolled in.
Yes, that's probably the level 1 progress.
No, it's not the level 1 progress. It's which path. It doesn't matter if they have started or not. As long as they have enrolled.
I've checked the reports and there's no report which shows just the path that a member has enrolled in.
Oh, okay.
So that's why there's a blind spot, you see. If a member has enrolled in a path but has not yet done a speech, then there's no way to see which path that member has enrolled in. And many times you have new members who join, they select a path and then they take time to sort of, start their speech. So that's a blind spot. I just wanted to flag that. I mean, I'd flagged that for myself. I thought maybe I'm not seeing something right, but okay, anyways, thank you.
No, if I may again, normally in the roster, it just shows you any completed speech or any level that you done or any this thing, because otherwise without that number, it doesn't show anything. That means like level 1, level 2. If there's no level, then it doesn't show.
Right now, for me to track the members' progress, I've made my own Excel sheet with the members' names, path, the progress of completion. I just want to voice out here if there are any district officers that the reports that are currently available on pathways on the Basecamp for the VPE and president, they do not show one comprehensive report where you get all the information. It's like you've got to go pull 3, 4, 5 different reports and then collate information from there. It's very tedious. It was easier for me to just make my own sheet and I track it, maintain it manually. Anyways, thank you.
But you are the VPE.
Yes.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Normally the VPE will do it in manual tracking.
Yeah, but once they've done a speech, then it will be reflected.
Yeah. Okay, so let's carry on. So thank you for sharing, Anu. Thank you. And
you're welcome.
Yes, thank you. So now we go back on the self-learning and training. So aside, after we click on the level of the speech that we require, then we have the tutorial and the resources. We can click on it, and there are examples to show us and teach us how to deliver the speech, what are the competency in each assignments that we're going to learn. And it's important for the members to click on it where you're able to do the pre-survey and the post-survey after you have delivered the speech.
Yeah.
So, and lastly, on the printed certificates, okay, here, and anyone notice that the name, you see, 2020, the certificate issue is 2020. But then why the international president reflect to the first one? Anyone able to tell me?
Can you repeat the question?
My question is, you see, it's always reflect to the latest international president. Okay, if you check on it in 2020, the international president is not Matthew. It's not McKinsey.
No, but this is the CEO. This is the CEO.
And this certificate normally it reflects to when you complete and with the latest international presidents. So my certificates here I completed much earlier, but I did not print the certificate until lately. So
but originally it's Daniel Rex. Daniel Rex is the CEO.
No, originally it was
international president is different. International president is different. CEO is different.
Yeah, but this signature there is Daniel Rex, isn't it? On this certificate.
No, international president here is the McKinsey. You see the circle?
Circle, square, you mean?
Yeah, the square. Sorry. Yeah.
But no, but on the right hand bottom.
The one is the CEO.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So yeah,
CEO
international president.
Yeah.
So these are the tips that please take note. Okay, so what are the important functions to get the latest update? So we go to the page of education program, pathway, and you get the pathway updates. Yeah, and you also get it from the Basecamp page to get the new information. Normally they will prompt up new resources for club.
Yeah.
So then get the latest update. Okay, these are the one that changes in last year. So there's a new assignment for introduction to vocal variety and body language under level 1. Previously, these assignments was in level 3, and it makes the major changes for last year somewhere October. So they moved the entire assignment to under level 1. So this only happened for those who purchase their pathways after the October. So those the members who have reactivated their path, it will not appear. So the key things to know, there are total 11 paths to choose from. There are 5 levels to complete in each path. A member can directly access all levels from all paths, even though the members has yet to complete their levels. So Basecamp managers need to keep track of the member progress. If he or she didn't do it outside their own club, then we have to do it manually. And some, we have members from Mandarin club and English club together. So when we submit, please make sure you click on the right club. So it's advisable for members to provide both projects, resources, evaluation to the evaluator to assist in the evaluation so that they can understand. For me, normally I will let my evaluator knows that what are the things I would like my evaluator to focus on when evaluating me. So there are some of the key things that change. I have questions for members that this morning, there's one member, he says that I found that when I click on, completed my icebreaker, I cannot do the next one. And I cannot click on it because when the VPE doing the registration for the member, they accidentally click on the accessible. So they cannot go into the speech level to check and to kick off the next assignments. So I would advise perhaps members can write to the Toastmaster to request it to change the accessible version to the digital version. Yeah. So these are the sample for the member to write to the TI. So here are some common questions. Maybe members, we can try to play to it. As the Basecamp manager, he or she can approve a member level 3 completion through that the member has not complete level 2. What is the answer?
True.
True.
Can.
Okay, how many one? How many? Okay, true. The only 2 person answering. How about the rest?
Others are shy. Others are shy.
Oh, shy, true. Okay. The answer, yes, is true. Member can complete any project and level in order to at their own choice. And
in any order.
Yeah. A level complete of certificate and badge reward. So, however, for member who join Toastmaster after pathway launch, members, maybe the seniors, they need to complete the level 1 and level 2 of any path in the Toastmaster pathway learning experience in order to qualify for the international speech contest. Oh, this is additional information.
Yeah.
And this is one of the rules that they have included for this term. For those members who want to contest.
It has always been there. It is already been there. The person must complete level 1 and 2.
Yeah, for the new members. Now, for this, for those who completed the CC, it's a must for them to kickstart the path.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so next, the common question: approving a member level completion in Basecamp will automatically award the member credit in the Club Central.
False.
A or B? Yes,
B.
Okay, yeah, more. Thank you. Yeah, all right, correct. B. Despite approving a member levels completion, Basecamp manager still need to go through the Club Central. So the Club Central is very important to submit the education award for the member achievement. Yeah. Okay, so I encourage everyone, please submit the award ASAP to ensure the member successful to complete their R levels and reflect a DCP in the dashboards. Yeah. So third question, can a member hold multiple membership, dual membership or 3 membership, submit education award for different levels at different clubs, but at the same time, level 1 for Club A, level 2 for Club B, level 3 for Club C, in the path confined strictly to 1 club? No answer.
No, I can't understand the question.
Okay, can the member submit multiple?
You say whole multiple membership. There's only 1 membership. There's no multiple membership.
Different clubs.
No. As far as Toastmasters is concerned, you have only 1 membership.
Yeah, membership with different clubs.
Yeah, but you are a member with the same membership number, whether you join 1 club or 5 clubs or 10 clubs.
Yeah, but here is referred to dual member. That means you are in, for example, for grade 2B, I submit level 2 for dynamic leadership. And
you can.
I submit another one. Yeah.
Yeah, can.
Can. Okay.
But not the same level or the same assignment to both the clubs. No, only 1.
Yes, correct. Not the same level. It's different. So yes, member who have a multiple membership can submit different levels at different clubs.
Right.
So remember to let the VPE knows, which levels to submit to avoid confusions. So common question.
Toastmaster Winnie, may I make a comment based on this this example? Basically, it's like this. I was a member of 2 clubs in the past in District 51. So what I did was I also pursued my pathways, the speeches at various levels. So I did in both clubs, but eventually I made the decision on my own, whereby to first get my my speeches approved, and then after that the levels approved. That's for myself, okay, or for different clubs. But eventually, what I did was allowed for just one club to accept all the levels that I completed. So even though I completed in club A and B, but what I did was that is for me individually, but eventually where DCP goals are concerned, I allowed one particular club to claim for whatever that I did instead of two.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is where you have differentiations in respect of credit is where credit is concerned. Yeah,
but you got to mention this to your VPE.
Yeah.
And let them do the work.
Yes, I did mention to the VPE or one particular club. I'll give you an example. It's like I finished level 1. I finished level 1 and level 2 in one particular okay, level 1 in club A, level 2 in club B. So that was what was completed, okay, and was approved. But eventually the thing was I allowed for where club central was concerned, even though I completed level 1 in club A, but I allowed for club B to claim for club central for the DCP goals. So that was what happened. So what I'm trying to say is that there is a differentiation between what members do in respect of completing their pathway goals, and there's for the individual members, there's a difference between individual members' accomplishments compared as well as club accomplishments. So I could complete something in club A in respect of my goals, but eventually I can award my accomplishments to another club.
Yes, definitely you can. I often did that. I hold multiple membership, but I still accumulate all the assignments, the levels, educations into my home club. It's okay. You can choose.
Yes.
Yeah, you can choose.
But unfair.
I mean, you can always request that.
Of course.
Yeah.
You're the boss. You're the boss.
You can have the rights. You have the rights to decide where you want to allocate your the DCP, right? So let's move on to the next questions. As the Basecamp managers are we able to have an overview on each path or to determine the goals in assisting and guiding new members who require guiding in select the path? Okay. Any member in the club may guide a new member in select a desired path, and this role does not restricted to the Basecamp manager or officer.
Yes.
Anyone can help.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and find the last questions. As the Basecamp manager, how do I verify whether member have uploaded all required work in the system e-portfolio for verifications and approval of the level completions, other than personally asking the members?
No, I don't think you're allowed to go into the certificates and have a look and all that.
Yeah, no.
No, so check the member progress. Check the member progress in Basecamp manager.
So the answer here is you are not allowed to check the member e-portfolio due to privacy concern, but you can check the progress.
Yes.
Yeah. So the last one. So if a member complete all the required level in level 5 of a path, will he or she achieve path completion and award with the title?
No, there's still the reflect on your path.
Yes. Yeah, Susie. Wow, surely you know, Cheryl know everything. And this is important. You have to complete the path reflects, then only you will reflect your title into PM5 or whatever DM5. So for digital versions, you have to complete the reflect on your path projects. And after members submit a pathway completion in Club A, can the member switch over to Club B before approved? A Club A BCM, Basecamp manager?
Switch what?
Yeah, after a member submit a path completion in Club A, can the member switch over to the Club B
What do you mean message?
It means to submit.
Submit what? Submit what?
Submit the education.
Yeah, you can submit anytime. What?
Yes. The answer is yes. Oh, what is the correct way to display a Toastmaster title for the member who have completed a path in pathways? Leadership.
DL5.
Leadership? Or is it DL5 or
DL5?
Okay, correct, Risan. So example, the title will reflect as Winnie Leong, comma, DL5. It pronounced as Dynamic Leadership Proficiency. So that's all for my sharing.